Wax.
What you talking about now? See, it went away again. It's like in and out, in and out, in and out.
What's in and out?
It's in and out.
Nasty.
Hey man, that's why we be in situations we be in. Muy bien.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Whatever She Says. We are in virtually from the same house recording. This shit is wild. It feels so weird. I'm like, you're upstairs, I'm down here. I'm trying to figure out audio and technical stuff when really we could be next to each other.
You gotta do it twice instead of doing it once.
Literally. Yeah, we gotta do this a million fucking times. But shout out to you still being here and being able to do it because Wax apparently he caught something out there. He got caught slipping.
Yeah, I got the vids. You know what I'm saying? I got the vid. I'm not going to call it the whole COVID because I don't want to disrespect the people who actually got the whole COVID and they're feeling way worse symptoms than me. My symptoms are not that crazy, praise the Lord. You know, I get a little, fatigued and back pain here and there. You know what I'm saying? Feel like I got to stretch, like I had a heavy workout back day or leg day, you know what I'm saying? So really fatigued and, feeling a little tired here and there, but,
well, I mean,
just keeping my liquids up.
Whoever has the whole thing, it affects everybody differently, right? So it's not like you don't have it. You have it just like everybody else. It's just, it's affecting you a little bit different.
Yeah, I know. But even like I elderberry, I ginger shot, I wheatgrass, I beets. Like I do this daily. I don't know if y'all look at the my page, Wax King. You see me on my story every day. I'm at my Arabs guys stores, and I'm on Jordan from Jordan, Freddie cigarettes, Azad. He just about to be Azad cigarettes. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even want you saying that either. Why? Because there's some people that are hella healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like think about the people that are like super healthy, and God forbid anything ever like that comes around us. But like cancer, right? They're like, yo, I did everything right and still caught something. So there are some people out there that are healthy and they do their thing, and then you just never know how COVID is going to affect people, the flu or a cold.
I respect, but I believe on the way I work out and with the way I take care of my body before it actually attacked me. I think that that played a part with me. Whatever you doing, you out here fucking up and doing some dumb shit. That's on you.
Right. I think I'm officially like unable to get COVID. I give all praise to God first and second to my pillow. Lord. I think my pillow definitely saves me from getting anything in this world. I have a dirty pillow since I was born.
Jesus Christ.
And honestly, I think that's why you don't have any symptoms because you sleep in my pillow every day. So shout out to her.
I don't sleep on that shit.
You are next to her all day, every night.
She ain't doing her job then, so fuck her.
No, she is doing her. Look at you, talking, doing a show anyway, eating, going out in the backyard, going on walks. She did what she had to do for you. You've been out here. You've been so paranoid about me getting it that you just been out in offices with people that got COVID. But moving right along, anything else going on with you?
Oh no, everything else is blessed. I got a couple of things going on in South Carolina with the airsoft games. I would love for y'all to come out there and support. Get your teams ready. Or if you don't want to get shut up with the airsoft, you go ahead and go on YouTube and look at the airsoft wars and stuff. You be like, I ain't get hit by that. I got a gun range for you. So I'm saying it's gonna be nice, loungy gun range. You go out there and shoot targets. I'll be having Carl out there shooting targets. How do you feel? This one of the guns right here.
I know.
Yeah, I'm out here shooting that stuff, shooting targets out the window.
I like shooting. It's fun. It's very different than shooting like a regular gun because it doesn't like have a kickback or anything. But it's fun because it's like you're using this big old gun and you don't know what you're about to hit. But then once you get the hang of it and you know where to look through and like kind of figure it out, it's cool. I don't know about the shooting people or getting shot. I don't mind shooting people, but I don't want to get shot.
Yeah, that's
so
why
I think me and you can play, but you don't get a gun.
Yeah,
I get the gun, you get to run.
So you know what? I'm gonna make sure I have moving targets in the actual gun range for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
So I got
don't want to
that,
get hit.
And of course, I got the Who's Wax over here in LA. I'm in more dispensaries, man. Y'all go ahead and go check that out. Get these more dispensaries want to come holler at me, and the gummies, who'swax.com. We out here pushing this.
Shout out to the .com.
Yes.
Let's talk about that real quick. Wow. Let's talk about how before we get into it, let me shout out Apple reviews. So I don't know if you remember a couple of weeks ago, we said we were going to give away some gummies, right? If you guys left a review on Apple Podcasts, and I want to make sure that we are people of our word. So I want to give a shout out to, let me find it. Here we go. KC Grit. So send me a screenshot of your review, which I'm reading it right now. And then on Instagram, or maybe email us if you don't have it. But it says, yo, my wife tells me the same thing about the garbage, leaving it outside the door. Man, Wax, do what your girls say. Don't be like me. Take the garbage out, B. Yo, I ordered some Who's Whack gummies. Joints were fire. Let me get a free pack, though. Love y'all.
Got your back, and I am definitely. I had a dream about the garbage. It's so unbelievable that you brought this up last night. I felt like I was getting annoyed, but God talks to me throughout the day, and I am going to be more attentive to hormones. I'm finding out what those are, but I had
the baby's 10 months
last night,
and now you're being attentive to hormones.
I didn't know what hormones was. I didn't know it was something that attack you. I thought it was just emotion. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm learning what it is, and once you get educated on certain things, you don't call people nigger all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, black people are not bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So hormones is like I got to try to see it and know what it is and be like, all right, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with the garbage.
Yes, the garbage, please.
I'm a be more attentive to the garbage. When I see it, I don't care if it ain't even full. Taking it.
Oh, you're trying to get your dick sucked.
Listen, what you talking about?
Listen, if
you talking about this COVID shit got me over here dry as hell.
You grab the garbage like that. I don't think you understand. If you see the garbage and just take it out, I'm gonna look at you and look at your pants and be like, take it out.
All right,
you don't understand.
Can I take the garbage out now? I can't leave the room, but I'm gonna take this bitch out now.
You could take the handle off the door and stick your meat through it like a glory hole.
Let's figure something out, man. My meat got COVID. Shit. All of me got COVID.
We need to find out if we could do a glory hole through the door handle. We could take it out and maybe we could do a couple things through there.
It's kind of hot.
That'd be kind of cool.
Kind of makes sense.
You're looking at the door handle right now. How can you take it off?
So I can take it off. Don't worry about the thing. I just gotta make sure my meat ain't got COVID.
I don't think that's how it works.
Who knows?
I don't know. All I know is that I haven't gotten it, so it's cool for me. I'm glad that you said that though. Thank you. I will really appreciate it once I start seeing it.
God bless.
We'll go into pet peeve of the week, and this also has to do, with the fact that you have COVID right now. So I have been doing my job on this side, and that is making sure to keep you fed, have you with all your vitamins. I don't think I've gone to the store this many times since you got fucking diagnosed with COVID. Yes. I feel like I'm at the store every 2 seconds, and I leave his food in front of the door. So he lets me know. He's like, yo, bring me the food, whatever. So I put the food on the floor on the door, and then I knock on it, and I put the food on the floor, and I move. So it's been like that for a couple of days now. And then today he sends me a text like,
I've been literally telling you every day. I said, baby, try not to put the food on the floor. It's like, it's kind of wild.
The thing. My thing to you is, have I acknowledged you? Have I said something to you when you say that to me?
No, I literally thought you were saying fuck you. And I was like, this nigga again. I'm like, baby, the food on the floor, just let's try to figure out some type of thing. I got the desk in here. You know what I'm saying? Let me put it right there. Just being on the floor is kind of wild for me. You know what I'm saying?
That teaches a few things there that it's like, don't assume. That makes an ass of you and me. I haven't heard you say anything about it. I thought you was cool. I thought you were loving me bringing the food to the door. Like, you were appreciative of it.
Not even in a tray. It's on the floor, 100.
Well, I mean, the food isn't. The plate is on the floor, but okay. So again, I didn't know. So today he sends me a text and he was like, yo, I don't really appreciate the food on the floor. Like, I'm going to bring a table out so you can put it on the table. I was like, oh, cool. Been thinking anything every time I told you before. I haven't heard you. I thought we were.
Yeah, I would never put your food on the floor though. I would never do that. If I see you, I will hold it. If you got COVID, I would find something to make sure I'm not going to put your food
I was bringing it into the room, and you're like, stop opening the door, stop opening the door. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just keep leaving it out here. And I'm
Stay
like,
out the way. Let's just try to find a best solution.
Right,
for
and you
both
gave
us,
me one, so I don't want you to think that I was saying fuck you, because that's what you've been thinking all these days, which is what gets us in a lot of trouble in our relationship all the time. That you're always assuming. You do a lot of assuming and assumptions on your end, which then leads you to think that I'm doing certain things to you, which that's not the case. I never heard you, and I thought we were good. I thought you was happy every time you opened that door and saw the food on the floor. And
I was happy when I was eating it, but I'm like,
no,
shit,
I
is
literally
this dog here?
in my mind. Well, no, dogs don't come up here. So that's one. If we were downstairs, like by our bedroom, I would never put that food on the floor. But I know that this floor up here, it gets cleaned. It gets cleaned constantly upstairs. So I know because I have to always clean up the floor upstairs because the baby's always crawling on that floor. So I'm very conscious of what this floor up here is like.
Floor to floor, baby.
I get it. Now I heard you, but you gave me a solution. You're like, I'm gonna put the table outside. I was like, bet.
Put it there.
Cool. So that is just a pet peeve. I don't know how if it bothers any of y'all. It doesn't bother me. If I was the one with COVID, if I was the one with COVID, and every time you had to feed me, the food was on the floor like that, I wouldn't mind at all. I'd be like, it doesn't bother me. Again, why I was doing it because it doesn't bother me. So now that I know it bothers you, we got the table.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that.
I got you. As long as you communicate with me what you need from me, I can then give you that. I can't. Just don't assume that I know what you need. Before we move into from the therapist couch, I called him on FaceTime because now we're back to FaceTime. It's like a long distance relationship while he's at the house.
This is wild. I mean, the hardest part is really like watching Sam, grow every day, do something every day. It's like his first playing catches with you. Is that fucked me up?
We played catch for the first time today.
It fucked me up. Like little things that you don't even understand. You have no idea that I see just the steps that he's taking. Is like, I'm right here.
He walking.
All right, so that's what I'm saying. I'm right here, and I can't even enjoy and see it. It's like, when you're hungry and you don't see food, it's like, you can say you're hungry. But if you smell the food and it's right there, you can see it, but you can't touch it, it's torture.
I hear you.
When I'm away out of town and stuff like that, I feel it, like I miss y'all, la, la, la. But if I'm right here, I hear them and everything, and I can't, like, this ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be out of town.
Like, I cry all the time, and I'm frustrated all the time because you're not home and you're out working. And then I've been begging for you to be home, and it's like, now you're home, and I'm still talking to this nigga on fucking FaceTime.
But you trying it. I don't know. I don't think you.
I'm good.
You
Trust me, I'm good. I have Lysol spray. I spray that doorknob. I spray out here the air. I told you keep the window open over there. I'm good. Trust me, I'm good. You have been the one like taking all these precautions, and you fucked up. I'm
supposed to be. I do not want you sick. We cannot afford you being sick.
I'm good. I know how to handle myself. Every time I walk out of there, I bought all the antibacterial soaps. I wash my hands. I don't touch my face. I'm good. I got this. I'm mom. You sit over there. Mommy got this. My son don't got it, and I don't got it.
Praise the Lord.
That's right. But going from the therapist couch, before we do so, I do want to let you guys know about BetterHelp, as we do every single week, because we are sponsored by them in this episode. BetterHelp is a place where you go to assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. It is not a crisis line. It is not self-help. It is a professional counseling done securely online. So it's not a physical therapist. It is a virtual therapist. It's still a person, though. It's way more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. Don't let that go over your head. Financial aid is available.
So they can use EBT?
No. I'm sure. I wonder if, like, after you meet a therapist, I should hit up our therapist and be like, hey, you want some of this EBT if I get some?
That's what I'm trying to say. If you got EBT, it's still money at the end of the day.
Stamps? I hear you.
What you going to use the other money for? You just like, my money is going to come from.
Okay,
that's the therapist saying this. Only my money going to come from this. They're going to go to
using EBT food. For anything other than food is a federal charge, so we're not going to have people doing that. So make sure you pay with your money.
We only using it for food. That's what she going to use it for after she get paid with it.
Visit betterhelp.com/WSS. That's better, HELP /WSS, like whatever she says.
Yes.
Join over 500,000 people taking charge of their mental health. You're going to get 10% off for being a listener of whatever she says. Again, remember, there is financial aid. You don't have to show up to an office. You can change therapists at any point in time. Find somebody specifically for you, whether it's a personal therapist, whether it's just relationship therapy, whether it's therapy for your children, whether you're trying to deal with, issues from past trauma, LGBT community, anything that you're struggling with, go to BetterHelp. And we're going to go into from the therapist couch, and that is where him and I talk about, some of the things that we talk with our therapist on our own and individually and together. We actually have to schedule a session for a together. We haven't done one together in a while. You've been doing your own. I've been doing my own, but I feel like we need one together. But today we're going to talk about our job responsibilities for each hat that we wear as a person. So him and I, we've been, struggling a little bit with our responsibilities that we have as individuals and as parents and as partners and as parents, both. So let's talk about our responsibilities. What are your jobs and what are the different hats you wear in your life?
I'm a protector in all aspects. I'm a provider in all aspects. I'm a nurturer in all aspects.
So what are the different jobs that you have as a man?
As a man, just making sure everything is moving accordingly.
All right, so let me break it down for you. As a woman, and we had this conversation, as a woman, I am a mother. I am a wife. Well, soon to be wife. I'm a partner. I am a entrepreneur, and I am a woman, right? So I am a self woman over here. I'm also a mother. That's a job. I'm a partner. That's a job. And then I work. That's my other job, my work life. So for you, your jobs are what?
To make sure y'all safe.
Okay. Still not getting it. So your job is a father. You have children.
Yeah, I'm a pop.
Okay. So as a father, you are a partner. You also have your job, right? So you have different responsibilities and different job descriptions for each one. You have to handle each job differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now my
accordingly, that's what I told you. Like everything that goes in the realm of being a protector, of y'all being protecting your heart, your mind, your body, protecting the house. You know what I'm saying? Anything you step your foot on and it's supposed to go, it's supposed to be protected.
Correct.
That's my job.
But each job has something different, right? So like, let's say when you're working with Charlotte and you're working with at the paintball field, right? Or you're working in LA with the weed. Each one of them have different jobs. Different responsibilities, right? You don't do the same thing in LA that you do with Charlotte.
Not at all.
Two different jobs. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Being a partner and being a father are two different jobs. You still protect and provide. That's the umbrella. But there's still two different jobs. So
like I said, I live life how it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to work on nothing because I'm already at. You know what I'm saying? When it's like, people got to say, yo, I'm thorough. The person who got to say I'm thorough is not thorough. The person who say, I'm a father. It's with actions. You know what I'm saying? So when you always feel like, let's intentionally, let's try. I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to try to do nothing. I'm not going to try to like you. I'm not going to try to love you. I'm not going to try to do the right thing. I'm going to do the right thing because that's my character. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to love you because I love you. I love how you treat me. I love how you are. I love how you move. I love my kids because that's just how it is. I love the way I take care of everything because that's it is. I'm not going to try to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's kind of fake. It's like, maybe I'm saying it the wrong way, but
you're definitely saying it the wrong way because I'm struggling.
Yeah, but
we'll talk
it's not trying.
I think I want you to stop just because it does trigger me.
Of course, you're gonna cut me off.
No.
You do, but go ahead.
I want you to stop this wording. I don't want you to stop. Like not.
I got it. If you.
I just want to give you an example of it, and then have you give an example of it, and then we're gonna come back and circle this back around after we've had like a talk to a professional about it, to our therapist. So
you'll cut me off. Don't worry.
As a mother, and then we'll go back and forth. As a mother, I think my responsibility.
You didn't let me go.
I'm gonna let you go right now. As a mother, my responsibility is, make sure that my son is fed, make sure that I'm helping him with his cognitive and motor skills on a daily basis, and to make sure that he doesn't hurt himself, and to nurture him, right? To show him love. So as a father, what are some of your job responsibilities?
As the age he is at now, make sure his mama good so she could be able to do that type of stuff. Make sure I'm around and he see me. Being a man that I need to be. You know what I'm saying? Things that he's going to, eventually have to do. Take care of the house, make sure the dogs and our protection is cool. Like he can't see the biggest things that I do yet. Understand the huge things that I do. So
what are the little ones that you can do for him that so let's say time. Is that one of your job responsibilities to him? Make sure that you come in and you you play with him, right? And then you help him, see that manly side of you and being with you. Like that's a job too.
You got a different touch. Yeah, everything is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I do that. That's what I'm saying. All this type of stuff, I don't try to do. I don't.
Well, correct.
That's just already a natural thing.
So
it ain't about being a habit. That's what I want to do. That could be the first time I'm seeing them. If I want to grab them, this is what I want to do.
So
you know what I'm saying?
I was reading in Atomic Habits today, which is kind of dope. I should probably read it to you. It was talking about habits, right? And it's saying how we have certain habits like a light, right? You don't think about turning on a light switch. You know that when you walk into a room and you need to see the light, you automatically flip on the light switch.
Respect.
That's a given. But that is a habit. But it's just a habit we've already formed, and it's so ingrained in us that we don't think about doing it. Like you're saying, those are things that you just do.
I want to darken here. I'm not going to walk into a room when it got a projector. You're breaking up.
I know.
You're freezing. You see me?
I can see. I can still hear you.
Yes, I'm not gonna walk into a room with a projector going and people watching a movie, and I'm not gonna turn the light on because it's a habit. Like I'm not.
Right.
I understand what time it is.
So you have a cue, which is like I need light. We're talking about being in a dark room. The cue is like it's dark. I need to see. So immediately, where you go from there is you want a reward. You're looking for the reward, right? You have the cue, and the reward is here's a light switch. So there are things in life that we have to then create habits, just like there are bad habits. There are bad habits that I can say for myself I have. When I feel like you speak to me in a certain way, certain times, without me even thinking, it is a habit to like to fight back or to curse or to say certain things. And those are habits that are formed, not a good habit. There are good habits and there are bad habits. So when you talk
what about a reaction?
Those are habits. You react.
I think it's a reaction off of how you're being treated. I know how that same thing, if I had said it a different way, if I said it with all love, you would react it a totally different way. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? All right, so it's a reaction. It's not something that you just have to work on. Somebody treat me like this, and I'm just going to be like this. No, so listen, that's how we're supposed to be like that. When people treat you bad, you to go higher and you show them love and stuff like that. But like certain things, like right now where we at in life, we can't allow that. I don't want to practice a bad habit of letting people just go ahead and do any type of things to me, and I'm just going to allow it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to do that either, because that's how, and where we at in life right now, that's dangerous for us. You know what I'm saying? And that's practicing a bad habit.
I think the older that we get, we also have to learn our reactions, right? And we have to work on our reactions and refine those reactions, because of a lot of our reactions, we learned from things that we've been through, right? So you're like, I have to react this way because I have been spoken to that way or treated this way before, and it ended up like this. So I have to react like this to guard myself from that. So as I get older, I have to remind myself, hey, this might not mean that. I need to work on this. I need to change my perspective on something because I am now older. So with you and our relationship, sometimes you do certain things that bring me back to the past, right? And I'm like, this is going to bring me here, and it triggers me, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later on the outline on the show. But to move on this, to go to the next segment, basically, we have reactions. But as we get older as well, we have to work on our reactions, right? And it's like, what do I let trigger me? What do I let get me out of character? What do I let get me upset? And the older that I get, I'm like, this doesn't warrant that anymore. This warrants this instead. Or this shouldn't make me react this way anymore. I'm older, I'm wiser. And the wiser that we get, the different that we react. Of course, this is not with the big picture where it's like somebody punched me in the face, I'm going to be like, God's gonna deal with you. I'm gonna turn around. Now I'm gonna fuck you up.
Nah, right up. I mean, it's even respect. Like I said, I'm sure it's things that you reacted off that I felt like, damn, it's too much. But if I said it a different way or whatever the case may be, you might not have reacted off that way. And exact same thing with you. Right. You know exactly what to get me rocking, and you know exactly what to get me just give you a kiss and be like, come here, baby. You know what I'm saying? Right. So. Don't try your partner. Don't be trying to test them out and see what's up. Just live life, yo. Just like, if you woke up that day, you feel good, and embrace the feeling good. Embrace the, God woke me up this morning. He started me on my right way. I got use of my limbs. I got use of my eyes. It's like, I'm not out here sick. It's like the family is good. We're not out in the cold. It's like, once you sit there and really appreciate everything that God is doing for you right then and there, that second, That very next second, do the exact same thing. And guess what happened? Those seconds turn into minutes. Those minutes turn into hours, is hours. But you can, if you continue to constantly keep this in your mind as being so grateful, you wouldn't even have time to think about all the other type of things that could creep up in your mind to get you off your shit.
So can I ask you a question? Did you listen to the sermon that I sent you today? Did you watch the whole thing?
I don't think I got the sermon today. You sent me.
Okay, so I sent you a sermon today of Bishop, and I would love for you to listen to it because this is exactly right here what I want you to understand and where I feel like you and I disconnect. I absolutely am grateful for everything that I have. You know, I wake up every day and I'm grateful for our health. I'm grateful for this home. I'm grateful for my business. I'm grateful for living in the prayer that I prayed for. I'm literally in the midst and living in everything that I prayed for. I am still sad and hurting and building other things. And Bishop literally says, you can be victorious and be a victim at the same time. You could be thriving at the same time as you're depressed, as you're upset, as you're sad, as you're low. So
plenty of people like that.
So no, everybody is. He was saying everybody. You could be thriving at one thing and then you're low at another. He said you could be out there making money and your business is thriving, and then you're coming home and you're not happy where you are, or your relationship is thriving, right? And you have this beautiful relationship with someone, and then the finances just don't seem to be like aligning just yet, and you're struggling with, some type of debt that you had. So I don't want you to think that when I come to you and I tell you, hey, I'm struggling with this, or I need this from you, or I'm sad, or I'm not happy in this area of my life, that does not mean that I am not grateful for what I'm waking up. I wake up and I look at our son's hands and his toes and his fingers and his smile and the fact that he's breathing and he wakes up every day, and I see you able to wake up and go to work, and I'm grateful for that. That does not negate the other things I am unhappy about. Does that make sense?
I hear you. But it's like, if them other things are big, huge things, it's like we got no control over it. Them the things I let go. I only have reacted things that's so small that could be like, boom, if I do this, you hurt me. Bow. We talk about those things to where if I get my foot off your neck won't hurt no more. That's all I need to talk about. And that's all I want to talk about. Everything else is let life and time go through things.
So you know that little things become like an avalanche.
And you got to listen to what I just now said. The little things is the things that we go after, and we could tackle those little things. You know what I'm saying? And those are things that matter. If you know that all that I have to do is, move your leg to the right a little bit, and then I'm going to have more space and I can be more comfortable, I'll do that with no problem. But you want to come to me about things that I ain't got no control over. You ain't got no control over. I ain't going to do nothing but have us talk about this for how long? I
don't think I would ever come to you with anything that you don't have control over. I would never, ever, ever come at you with something you don't have control over. We have control over ourselves. We have control over how we treat others. We have control over the steps that we take. We have control. So don't ever think, maybe you might feel like you don't have control of something, but we have everything and anything that I ever come to you about is something that I know we have control over. I promise you. But I can't wait to dive into that with our therapist. That way we can, see how, because I know that we're telling each other the exact same thing, and she always tells us this shit. We be arguing for weeks about something, and we go to her and she's like, y'all are telling each other the same exact thing.
No, I don't argue with you. I tell you, I'm telling you that you say the exact same thing over in 15 different ways.
No.
And you have to get her to tell you the exact same thing. No. I don't think I do it to her my point right then and there.
And I say my point, and then she's like, you guys are saying the exact same thing in two different languages. She's like,
no, you got 5 different languages, and I got one say at one time.
However it happens, we're telling each other 2 things in different languages, and then she brings it to us, and we're like, oh, we're trying to reach the same goal. So, and that happens to us every single time. How about us just flowing and letting life be? Like, we on the mic right now. We do the show. We get up out of the mic. We just like, how do you feel? You hungry? Go get something to eat. If you thirsty, go get some drink. You want to listen to TD Jakes? Listen to TD Jakes. You want to do workout? Go work out. You want to kiss the baby? Go grab. It's like, enjoy your life until something actually come up in your face. Like, boom. But remember,
it's going to interfere with what you got going on.
I only speak on things that interfere me at the moment. I only speak on things that interfere me at the moment. But we're going to go ahead and move to some of we'll update you guys on this one and how we kind of like speak the same
Jesus
language later
name.
on.
This needs prayer because
It needs prayer.
maybe maybe we both not here. I'm not here then. You know what I'm saying? But I guess she's the only person here. She could tell me. I guess that's how it works anyway. So, God bless anybody else who's going through the exact same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
guess it always comes down to
communication. Yeah, it's a communication block. Is that all we're having?
Yeah, I just let somebody finish their sentence and stuff like that. It'll be okay.
I feel like our biggest issue has always been communication, but I know that we're both still here because, well, for me, I don't know about you. I don't walk away from a relationship. I don't walk away from you. I love you to death because although we have our communication issues, I truly believe in our core that you and I have the same values. You and I have the same goal. We're just working on navigating, getting there to the same path. But we're going to move it into our, what's it called? Our topics of the day. So while we've been here at home, we have seen a couple of things going on through social media. I actually muted a lot of social media accounts, but this was like everywhere and I ended up seeing it. A friend told me about it. Zach Stacy. I didn't know who he was before yesterday. I don't watch football or anything like that. But NFL player Zach Stacy, there was a video that surfaced from a home surveillance, I think it was, right? Home video. Domestic violence. He was tossing around his baby mama, whatever. They got into an argument. He like threw her. The TV fell on her.
He gonna fuck him up in jail.
Yeah, he hit her
going to jail
a few times. He's already here to get arrested in Florida today. So my question, how I wanted to see was like, how many times do you think this has happened before? Do you think it was the first time?
No, you never know. You never know. I mean, if it's the first time, she should have damn sure get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? If she see that type of shit, like he could try to knock her the fuck out.
Do you think all men put their hands on women?
I mean, it all depends on a situation where somebody turn into a person. You know what I'm saying? Once you turn into a person, it's not like, oh, it's a woman or a man. It's like certain things which a man should never do because we are, regardless of some women think that, oh, we are strong like men. We're equal. Bullshit. Men is definitely stronger.
Physically, absolutely.
Yeah, physically very, very much stronger.
I mean, there's some bitches out here that's strong as fuck.
It is, and that's why I don't want to take it away from them too. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take it away. But at the end of the day, regardless of you could be a bodybuilder woman and you still beating the guy up, we gonna still look at like, all right, bro, she whip your ass, but you better not hit her. You better not fuck her up, bro. You know what I'm saying? We see you hold on and try to get the fuck out of it, but we see you welling on this woman, regardless she got muscles or how big she might be. She might want to play football. It's not going to be cool, family.
Yeah, but so my thing is that clearly was not the first time that it's happened, and like she was too calm because there was audio in it. She was like, kind of stop or whatever, and I have been.
That's not no stop. What I saw.
No, she was like, she was telling him stop.
She should have faked dead. No, she should have faked dead.
Yeah.
After that first motherfucking swing, I know that nigga got power. I see the nigga work out because these videos are going around. That nigga got power, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That swing came from girl. You should have act like you was dead.
I don't think he hit her like he would have hit a man. Like she didn't have. She
bullshit. Every one of them thing was all for men. Not one of them thing. Not one of them things that I saw.
She went on social media right after. She didn't have no black eye, no busted
respect.
Lip,
because he missed. That first swing, if that hit her,
you don't think if he wanted to fuck her up like a nigga, he would have fucked her up like a
nigga? No. He could have destroyed her. You know what I'm saying? He could have. But at the end of the day, that first swing could have put her out. That's for a man. That's not for a woman at all. That first one, I don't know if you need to see it again. You know what I'm saying? That first one, nah.
That one, and then another thing that we're going to talk about, let me know that I need to step back from social media. I have muted a lot of accounts, Shade Room, Baller Alert, certain people that I follow that are always complaining about certain shit, you know. I decided to start focusing on motivational pages, I started following, I think, 4 more pastors.
Look at growth. Look at growth. This is how growth looks. You know what I'm saying?
I started, taking off some of these like negative pages. Like I know you sent it to me. I think this morning I told you, I was like, I didn't watch it. And I don't think it was anything bad. I think it was something like silly. I just didn't open it. I don't want to, there's just certain things I don't want to ingest anymore because it's very triggering for me. This triggered me back to, domestic violence that I've been through, you know, on both ends. And it brought back a lot. It brought back a lot of feelings, and that affects me and how I deal with you and how I deal with the baby and how I go throughout the day and how I feel my spirit down when I watch shit like that, because it reminds me of, you know, what I went through before. So that just comes to say that truly and honestly, there's no reason for a woman nor a man to put their hands on each other. Once it gets to that point, or you feel like that's coming, walk away from the situation or walk away from the relationship. There is no reason for you as a woman or for a man to put their hands on each other. Like, it's not worth it. It's so much easier to walk away and come back when you're not upset anymore.
Yeah, man. We had another situation this week where the woman went to jail. The baby mama. She got a charge.
She did get
by the woman. Yeah.
So that was actually hella triggering for me. Wow. I guess we could talk about it a little bit. Aside from, you know, we all know at this point that the baby and Danielle, it all played out on social media. And actually, I was listening to, you were on Brilliant this week, but I was listening to the beginning of it, and they were talking about it. And Charlotte was saying, it was like, yo, you know, I grew up a little bit different. And we didn't do this shit on social media, right? Growing up. And they're younger. They're what, 25, 26? So probably. They're 10 years younger than us, which is a lot. Damn, I've made me feel old as fuck.
Yeah, it's kind of wild though.
A little wild to see these kids. And I'm like, those are kids and we're older. So they're about 10 years younger than us. So the way they view social media is different. So Charlotte was saying, you know what? I think it's corny. I wouldn't do it. But this new generation, that's what they know. You know what I'm saying?
I think I kind of said that on my show, one of my shows too.
Oh, you said that?
Yeah, I said that the people that's going to view him, the people that's actually going to crucify him, the people that's going to cancel him out is actual the social media now. We wouldn't do that. We didn't look at it as that. You know what I'm saying? The person that's going to cancel him is the person that's right there on IG. All his likes and all his followers and all his people who give him money and stuff is right here. He need to show them this type of thing. That's what the different about the social media thing that we used to have.
I don't believe it. You believe in cancel culture? You believe people can be?
You will if they find out that you over here putting your hands on this girl like this. She had to do is say he beat me up and he got me locked up.
Is Chris Brown canceled?
It's different when you got super duper stars. You know what I'm saying? This guy's a super duper star. It's certain things. You know, it's things that people said the F word, people said the N word and got canceled like this. And you hearing clips of these motherfuckers, that's all they do. I
don't think anybody has been canceled to the point that they'll lose money for a little bit, but they come right back. People forget. The thing about this social media era is like, it's your
certain people are out of here. You know why you don't hear about them no more? Because they out of here.
I don't know who has been canceled where they just stay gone.
Yeah, I know people who is out of here that's been on TV for years and sitting they out of here because they got allegations of, you know what I'm saying? They probably resurface.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying.
Of course,
it's like a temporary thing, right?
It's so many ways out here to get money. You know what I'm saying?
And
especially when you put yourself in
trying
position.
To say. Cancel culture is fake. It's made up, just like social media is a highlight reel.
But as a man and a character, and when you're in a certain place, you don't want your name nowhere bad.
Of course, like you don't want rape.
I go to work, regardless of how everybody love me at work and everything like that. I've been there for years, and it's probably not going to get me fired at the end of the day. But if a woman or somebody say I hit a woman or been nasty or something, everybody looking at me every single day. I got people that I'll look at and be like, yo, I heard this nigga.
If a video like that surfaced of you like that, like Zach, is that's
disgusting.
If a video like that surfaced of you, you don't think you get fired?
I would want to get fired. I wouldn't want to be around nobody seeing me do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Every time I look, I know people looking at me as that light. So you would try to get the fuck away.
Yeah, I don't think you would be able to say as much as people like you. I think a video like that would surface.
They look at you like they
don't want you around.
Yeah, nobody wants you around. You touching kids or you touching somebody like you find out somebody like molested somebody and stuff like that, or took them behind their will and stuff like that. You looking at this nigga a little different. Like, I thought I knew you all these years, bro. You a motherfucking piece of shit.
Yeah, that's a little wild. But I would say I would get triggered. I got triggered by the baby and Danielle situation because the social media aspect of it, going live with it, I wouldn't do it. But I get it. They're different. They grew up different. They're in that life. What I don't agree with is the disrespect and the words being used in public to his baby mama, like certified side chick. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm looking at a woman, and again, I had Ayana for 16 years. I don't remember shit, and I tell you this all the time. When it comes to Ayana, I know what she's like as a teenager. I was a teen when I had my baby. I don't remember this postpartum and hormones and stuff. I'm sure I went through them, but I don't remember them. So now, being so that I just had the baby, I'm watching her feeding this 3-month-old in the bed. And for him to be calling her crazy and calling her a side chick. Again, we don't know the whole story from either side.
Yeah, we don't
but
know what's going on.
Seeing that as a new mom, boy, did that trigger me, because I don't want to be called names when I'm going through such an awful, awful, hard stage in life. You know, she just had your baby. How you going to call me a side chick, but you just had a baby with me? I'm in your house. You're still having sex with me. I get it. You might feel that way. You might have all these, like, not liking me at the moment.
We have choices, though. We all have choices.
Right.
I'm saying. And a man would not, and I say this for years, a man can never do what a woman won't allow. If she act like she would have been left, he would have been act up and straightened up fast. When you allow, and the only way you could be a side chick, and I also say some other show, the only way to be a side chick is of those actions. When you allow these certain actions to take place, you know what I'm saying? You allow side chick activity to happen, and then now you like, no, I'm not, because you are. Okay. Let me talk, baby. Jesus Christ! But go ahead.
Because you said that you're allowing certain side chicks to go. So it's very clear, and I'm sure you've done this in the past. Actually, I know you've done this in the past because we were friends and we talked about it. Men also give women just enough to give them hope. Just enough to make them feel, it's going to be different with me. And I don't blame her as a woman for having hope.
I bet she won't do it again.
She might, though.
I bet she gonna leave with that hope. And she's gonna be a little bit more in that bag than just that hope.
I don't blame a woman for having a child with somebody and saying,
my child. I ain't talking about the child. It's just having certain activities go, and having certain things like side chick activities and things go, and you allow it now, and then when he call you out on it, you like, no. But one thing he had to figure out, understand that, bro, she's your baby mom now. She upgraded to a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? I said this in my other show too. It's like, yo, it's a different level now. She's no more the side chick the girl used to play around, just a chick that you used to fuck, or just your girlfriend. Those are out the window. Those are way lower than a baby mama, a fiance, a wife. As you are upgrading this person inside your life. You know what I'm saying? This is executive, the CEO, CFO.
She felt like she was being upgraded through the time, right? She was like, you know what, we together.
Be being upgraded.
No.
When you nut at her, she's upgraded like this. Yeah, promotion.
You're spending time with her. You're going out with her. You're making music with her. You're showing her out here like your girl, and then all of a sudden you have the baby with her, and things change. So all I'm saying is that the disrespect.
We don't know why they changed. I'm saying, and like I said,
and things end all the time.
And any other woman out there, a man will only do what you allow him to do. So if you don't like it, and you start falling back because of certain things that you don't like, the man will straighten the fuck up if he want to be around. And if he don't, you out the way anyway. So what the fuck do you matter? So any of these type of things that continue to keep happening, he keep, and this is keep happening, and you keep being there. Whose fault is that really at the end of the day?
What are some things
now, if he's holding you hostage and got all your situations all fucked up and he got you, that's a totally different situation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to hit it from all angles. I don't want to just be like, oh, just be stern and hold your heart down, woman, and get the fuck out the way. I know y'all run through emotions. I just heard about fucking hormones. That shit run through your fucking blood and shit. It's fucking wild. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a man will only do what you allow.
What would be some things you as a man that you can tell some of the women that are listening? What are some things that you think that they should walk away from?
Walk away from any crazy signs that you see a nigga with. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know who you got at the end of the day.
Right, but as a man, what would you say are some things that you would tell your daughter?
If you know a guy will really hurt you and won't hold off when y'all going through an argument, he'll come fuck you up. Get the fuck away from that guy, because I know a couple guys like that. These chivalry ass, dead to ass dudes. Done. When a guy got you out there paying all the bills and doing everything, and you taking care of him, get the fuck out the way. When a guy out there who you know, that got you out there, he having sex with you and your friends, and you going to get him pussy too. When he nutting, you gotta sit him down and talk to him like, you know, I just got upgraded. You know, all that type of stuff got to cut out because I'm no longer that no more. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted me to stay like that, you shouldn't have upgraded me. You should not have nutted in me. So, and it's also for the men and women, bro. Don't think that you got the exact same thing that you have right there when before you nut into her. That's a totally different life. Even me and Carla, we used to chill and smoke and drink and la la la. Now the baby is here. It's like, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Everything a little different. Roles is different. Responsibilities is different. So you upgraded her. She's no longer a toy of yours no more. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find a new toy.
Damn, I was a toy.
We was all toys at one point. We was all toys at one point, but you know that Lamborghini that you had out there, and you crash your everyday driving car. That Lamborghini might have to be your everyday car, so you gotta put the car seat in that motherfucker here and there. You know what I'm saying? That you crash the truck. Lamborghini is our vehicle, so you don't have to put that motherfucking car seat in that bitch. But
I didn't know it was a rechargeable car.
Huh?
I didn't know it was a rechargeable car toy.
It is, man. We all be toys. But listen, once you think that you are upgraded as a woman, you got to sit him down and really have that conversation and let him decide. Like, listen, all this stuff that we was doing, like, I'm your baby mom now. All that stuff we was doing with other girls and all that other type of the side chick activity is done. But if you're still doing that side chick activity, you're still a side chick.
Here's the thing. I think that those are things that you should speak to somebody before turning into a baby mama or anything like that. Those things got to be cut out. With you, I told you from day one, and we've struggled with this a little bit. I don't think we've never dealt with infidelity in our relationship so far that I know.
Praise the Lord.
Thank God.
I ain't getting no pussy. You think motherfucker you wouldn't know?
But we have dealt with this bitch. But we've had issues with something else, with other things in our relationship. And I'll say straight up, like, there's one thing, I have certain non-negotiables, and I will never negotiate or go back the day that I find out that you have been unfaithful. That's one thing that I will not go back to, as much as it'll hurt my heart.
Fuck you, I don't give a fuck.
You
suck another meat, you suck.
Yeah, I won't even be like, fuck you, or I hate you, or I think the day
I'm out.
Yeah, I think I would just be like, all right, you are now the father of my child.
Period.
And I'll, deal with you accordingly or whatever, like the way it needs to be done. But infidelity is not something that I will tolerate. So I don't think any woman, unless you're in open relationships and you believe in polyamory or whatever that stuff, that ain't gonna do with me. Unless you are willing to accept that should be a non-negotiable from the get-go, not when you turn into a baby mama. That should be a conversation you have with somebody.
No, I get it, but I think them two is playing. He is a different guy. He's a superstar also. He's moving around. She like, listen, I'm going around for the ride. I'm having fun right now. I'm having fun too. He's my toy too. I'm flying here, moving here, get a different lifestyle. That's what I'm saying. Some people enjoy being a toy.
So let's say both of them, because we have the baby and her, right? They started probably, we don't know, but it seemed like she was going back and forth with the baby mama from day one and la 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 here and there. But then we see other people like Russell Wilson and Sierra, who from the get go, she knew what she wanted before she even met him. He knew what he wanted before he met her, and they walked that path together. And I think we all look at Russell Wilson and Sierra, and we don't know what devils they deal with behind closed doors, because I will never idolize anybody else's relationship, right? I would never look at them and be like, I want that, because I'm sure there's things that Russell Wilson does that I'd be like, hell no, I would never deal with that. Like, I can't, that would get on my nerves or whatever. Same thing, like if you or any other man goes, I want a woman just like Sierra. She seems like the perfect wife, and she probably does shit that you're like.
And Russell probably like, motherfucker, he probably be. That's why he threw the ball so hard, nigga.
No, but they're perfect for each other, so you have to know exactly what you're looking for from day one.
Any relationship that I see just go another year. I mean, I got my peoples who call me and complain like this fucking bitch and fuck her, and even female friends who call me like this motherfucker did this and this, but it was their birthday. They going all out for him. Know what I'm saying? All out. They go on social media. They on vacation. My baby.
I've called Jenna before, and I'm like, fuck him. I'm going home. I don't want this no more. And then literally, you call me on the phone. I said, all right, girl, I'm gonna call you back. He calling me. I gotta answer the phone.
You gotta answer the phone. Like,
I'd be like, no, fuck this. I hate him, blah, blah, blah. And then he calling, and I was like, I gotta call you back. He calling me. And she's just like, okay. And she gets it, and we get that. You know, sometimes we have to realize that relationships go through their shit, and there's times where you don't like your partner, but at the same time, you gotta show up. Whether you want to or not, you still gotta show up. And that's something that I'm learning every day, that there's plenty of times that I don't like you. There are plenty of times that I don't even want to be here, but I show up. I love you. Yeah. There's times I don't like you, but I know I still love you. And I know that there's a bigger goal than the immediate feelings that I'm having at the moment. There's a bigger picture than that. I'm like, I'm upset right now, but is that going to matter in 5 minutes, 5 hours? Probably not.
Should I be upset that he told me to shut up? He don't want to hear it. Like, shut up. Like, we can't even argue if you're not talking. How about that? Like, if that makes sense to anybody else other than just us men that's listening to us, you know what I'm saying? If y'all men listening to what we got going on, highlight us, because this is like, you know, you say we arguing, that's what you hate. So if we're just saying, shut up, I mean, you're not talking and we're not arguing?
But sometimes when you say shut up, that makes the other person feel invalidated in their feelings and that you're not being respectful.
Guess what? If you tell me to shut up, I promise you I'll shut up.
When you telling me how you feeling, what you need from me, I would never
if you like, you know what, shut up, I don't want to hear it. We ain't got to talk about it. Boom.
That's bullshit. I have told
you want to try it?
I want to talk about something. And
do you want to try it?
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. You're right.
I told you I don't want to talk about it. And you're like, no, now you're going to listen to me. And I'm like, oh my God.
Man, yo, you know what? Because you'll probably put every knife and stab everywhere all over my body and you don't take it out. And I'm like this. Then you pull off?
Really? That's what you're going to say? Bullshit. Same thing, though. Vice versa. You'll go and push every button.
I won't stab nothing. What? I don't even have a knife.
What? You be throwing like axes. Bam. Bullseye. 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 And you're like, I ain't not holding nothing. And I'm like, this nigga. Now you got me riled up. You finna get this.
No.
Get this. I don't give a fuck about you saying you're bullshit. You poke the barrel.
If y'all know anything about a Puerto Rican woman, y'all will understand.
If y'all know anything about a nigga from Linden, y'all will understand.
Early.
Right. So, I love you, babe. We're going to go ahead. Oh, anyways, all I wanted to say was like the closing off on the Daniel A situation. As a mom, there's a huge fear that we all have as women, and that's not being able to have our family together, to not grow our family. You know, you still have, when you have a baby with somebody.
I ain't saying that situation, but know how to act. I'm saying, know your place. The man at the same time, know your place. If you want to keep her around, know your place, nigga. The female, if you want to stick around, know your place. Stop always worrying about what the person can do for you and how the person make you feel. How about how you make that person feel? And, you know, it's like, I always bring up like mamas. You know what I'm saying? I love mamas because mamas act accordingly. Mamas is always, you know what I mean? Everybody don't call everybody mama. I know somebody do mama that nobody even call her mama. They call her Charlene. You know what I'm saying? But we call mamas. All right, but that's what I'm saying, because she's not a mama. She's not gonna get the same respect as a mama. They call that same Charlene, the grandma been taking care of everybody. All these, that's mama. I go to somebody's house and I can tell the way she maneuver and the way she talking, the way she, hey, how you doing, young man? You already know you're gonna call her auntie or mama by just her demeanor and the way she act, the way she nurture you, the way she is toward you. You see what I'm saying? So the exact same thing with women. If you come to your man like that, he's going to, oh, I love my wife. She's this, she's that. Look how she is. You don't come in the house. You'd be like, this bitch. She's like, why you calling your wife a bitch? Look at this motherfucking bitch.
Do you think your mom, because you and your brother said y'all have been fucked up by your mama, right? Seeing your mom and your mom has been. Do you think your mom, and if she's not, I actually no, I'd rather have it in public and then maybe we can talk about it. But I want to go to Carolina with you. Or even go her. I want to sit down with her and talk to her about her life as a woman. You know, because I don't think you know your mom as a mom. I don't think you know your mom as a wife.
In Jesus' name,
right?
Angel.
She is an angel as a mother, and she's a great mother.
No, I know her as a woman. I know her as a person. I know now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Not as just a mom. Right. My boys is out there right now working on a couple of projects that we have going on. And they can't stop bragging on my mom till I'm getting pissed off and upset.
Well, because she's being a mama.
She's being. That's what I'm trying to say. So you see the love that he never got to be in a relationship. He is just the love that you give and respect because of the person that's doing that.
Hold on.
My mom is a person.
But listen to me, of course.
So now let me come back where I was saying. Even for a girl and a wife and a friend or whatever, if a person see you and they see you of a caliber, if they see you of a stature of a mama's, not even a mama or just somebody of, oh, I want to respect and love this person because the way they carry themselves, the way they talk, the way they move, the way they just nurture, the way what they give off. When you just give off that energy and that love, automatically a man is going to submit himself to you because that's all he knows.
Okay, so going back to what I was saying.
If a man treats you bad and you're a good one, he's a piece of shit. But if you ain't shit and you a piece of shit, he don't give a fuck how he treats you. Yeah.
So you went left from where I was going. That's not where I was going.
And right. And uppercuts and motherfucker.
All of that. You did Mortal Kombat on my ass and did not hit where I was trying to go. I said, I don't believe, or I don't know. I want to have the conversation to see. Maybe you can say yes or no, but I want to have a conversation with your mom about who she was as a woman and as a wife, right? Because there's no way for you, unless you have this conversation with her, on what it was like for her to be a woman and what it was like for her to be a wife and the struggles and the challenges that she went through, because you're her son and our kids should never know that part about us. We don't.
Mine is different though. My mom had 12 kids, pregnant 15 years straight. She had a different life than most.
But because I sat here and talked to my grandma,
that'd be great to.
I would love to have this conversation with her because there's still struggles with it. She had 12 kids, 15 years of pregnancy, whatever it was. There were still woman struggles, woman feelings that we won't know. Like I was talking to my grandma. I never knew. I mean, I knew my grandma had sex, but for the first time that she got 2 kids, she got my daddy. Thank God she had sex. I want to be here. But I was talking to her and my grandma,
turkey basers,
in 34 years, yo, baby, I think I told you this. Before she had this stroke, I had the most amazing time with my grandma in her backyard. I had no idea when I showed up to visit her that she would have a stroke 2 days later, not even 48 hours.
Literally,
later.
Wow.
And we're sitting outside. I'm smoking weed with my grandma. Wildest shit I ever done in my life. I just started smoking
weed. Who's
weed.
wax?
I was smoking who's wax, eating gummies, drinking wine. So we're outside with her, Wendy and I. And she literally tells me, she starts talking to me about my grandpa, right? And I was asking her, I was like, yo, Tata, like, I'm engaged. I'm about to be married. You know, what tips do you have for me to be a wife? Help me be a wife. How do I do this? I was like, Pawi, that's what I call my grandpa. I said, Pawi ever cook? And she was like, not a day in his life. I said, damn. I said, okay. She's like, I said, did he know how to boil water? She was like, nah, he didn't cook. And I was like, all right. So she was telling me certain things. My grandma's, of course, like we're going to talk to your mom. Our moms and our grandparents are a different life, right? She also didn't work. Mm-hmm. She didn't have any of that. But then she tells me at one point, she's like, I had the best sex life with your grandfather. And I was like, the fuck you telling me that for?
Yeah,
and she was like, right. I'm like, why the fuck you telling me that for? You don't have sex? Like, don't tell me that. But she was talking to me as a woman. And that was like, I never looked at my grandma as a woman. I looked at her as grandma. So that's one thing that I think I want us to be able to see in your moms, right? I don't have the relationship with my mother to talk to her necessarily about her as a woman, and I don't care to at the moment. But we're so different, but I
you know what's crazy? I know you know that King look at me as dad, wax.
No, King looks at you as daddy.
Yeah, that King looks at me as dad, but I still like. You know, I guess what I'm trying to say is my mom still shows me her. Like, I knows my mom, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she, like, really opened her book up to her. She had no choice. Like, my mom did you like this? And we, like, until we could see what's in her head. It's like, it was never... That, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we know our mom, we know her character, we should know what she do like, don't like, what she's going after, what she's not going after, what she don't like, whatever, what she's like, on, you know what I'm saying? So as a woman, we tried her in so many aspects. Like I got in almost every charge you can have in the world.
That's not woman, baby. That's what you're
I'm talking about. I know. I'm just saying. I seen reactions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's character or personality. I'm talking about your mom as a woman.
As a woman, as a character.
No. We gonna talk to her. We gonna talk to her. I think. I wish she had a fucking iPhone so we could call her like on FaceTime 3-way. How can we do that with her? What does she got?
My mom, we get her to do. She got Duo.
Yeah. Let's do something, guys. I really want to have this conversation, especially like while you're up and fucked up right now upstairs. You can't go nowhere, so we got time to do it. Anyway, we're gonna go. We've been talking. Before the baby wakes back up, let's go into our letters. So, before we get into our listener letters, I do want to let you guys know, if you have a podcast, any podcaster that's listening, listen up. I have, shifted, pivoted, and moving my business in a different direction. I feel like there are a lot of podcasts out there that need to tell their story, podcasters that perhaps are not reaching the correct audience. They're perhaps not getting what they need to get out of their show, and their audience is not getting what they need from them because maybe your audio is trash. Maybe you don't know who your demographic is. Maybe you don't really know how to do the video aspect of it. Maybe you have the wrong media host. You don't know how to pitch to the right guest. You don't know how to pitch to the right sponsor. You're not sure how to make money off your podcast. All of these things are small things that you need to do to build a better podcast. So I'm starting the Elite Podcast Society. That does go out. It's a membership. It's only for founding members, which will be from the 21st to the 31st that we're opening enrollment.
10 days.
Only 10 days of enrollment, and it closes. It's only going to open for 10-day enrollment every single month.
So what you got, like 2 days, right? You got like 2 days for this to...
Yeah, so it'll be from the 21st to the 31st. Every single month we open enrollment, but the founding members will be from the 21st to the 30th, I should say, of November. So you'll be able to enroll. It's only $37 a month, but you'll be getting a master class every single month with an expert in the podcasting space, which I have plenty of friends and associates there. You will get a live coaching from me, and every single month we will have a theme. So I want to help podcasters get their voice out there, get their story out there. We all have, strengths and weaknesses that can help other people. So I I do still teach people how to launch, and they go through the self-pace and we do all that, but I no longer am doing one-on-one coaching. I am doing, the membership where I'm actually giving you actionable steps every single month to improve your show, improve your story, improve the way you reach other folks. So that will be ElitePodcastSociety.com. You can sign up there and be a part of the Elite Podcast Society. Founding members will be $37. The price will go up from there for the following months, and you're locked in for life at that point. And then whoswax.com. Thank you, baby. Whoswax.com. We own the .com finally. We have been done dirty with Who's Wax for so long at this point.
Yeah.
You gotta start. Though. You can't trust anybody. I think with business, sometimes we operate thinking that others are going to be like us and have our same character, have our same morals and values, but that ain't it, which is why I am so strong and believe so much in written contracts. That saved me from my old podcast. Person was cool. I thought everything was cool, but I was like, I need a lawyer to draw this up while there's zero money involved. And that saved me, So I love paperwork. I love signatures. I like things black and white from the get-go. I know you operate a little bit different, so I got to soup in and fix a couple of things afterwards. But whoswax.com is ours.
We out here, baby.
You can order your gummies on whoswax.com. You can get the monthly membership.
Whoswax.com.
I'm putting more information on that on the website, but you get 10 packs every single month for $100, free shipping.
Yes.
So
can we do they want to get shouted out? Can we tell them? Well, guess what? We appreciate you here. I'd rather tell you that now. Everybody who do that, I know you're getting a great service too, but we should want the people at Condoms to tell us, yo, we appreciate it. I'm saying, even though we're getting a great service too.
Right.
But we just, I don't even know what we're supposed to say. We appreciate, but yeah, we appreciate you buying our condoms.
I appreciate you.
Our gummies.
Jesus Christ. We appreciate your business. And I tell everybody when they send emails, I'm like, I really appreciate your business. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you guys, trusting in our product.
But they are getting a great product though, baby. We make sure, yeah.
And they tell us every time.
I had a review today. Michaela said, yo, these Who's Wax gummies are intense. They are really good.
My own homegirl Wendy just ordered some, right? She ordered 3 packs. And she's like, yo, I don't know if she's going somewhere this weekend with her man.
Peace.
Or her boo, or whatever the fuck she calls him. Wendy, I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Blesses.
And she's like, I'm finna go. And she's like, I'm gonna take a whole one. I said, bitch, why would you do that? You took a half one last time. You was fucked up. She was like, what the hell you trying to do? Get pregnant? Like, slow down.
That's what usually happens. I'm like, let us know if y'all got pregnant off the Who's Wax gummies. Just let us know, because I'm hearing stories out here that just a little bit of wine and gummies make babies. Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be sex and sperm.
Well, the wine and the gummies produce a lot of sperm and open legs.
That's what I'm trying to. I'm learning. I'm trying to figure out what they keep telling me. There's like the fucking wine and gummies make babies.
Listen, I've been hearing some shit. I've been hearing some shit. These girls are like, I'm out here hanging out fucking poles with this nigga. I'm
they
like,
enjoy these fucking guys. What type of Viagra for women is in these motherfuckers?
I don't know. But anyways, head over to whoswax.com, and if you're ordering single packs, you can use the code WSS and you get 10% off.
Yeah, man. Listen, guys, you know it's for the women. We make them happy.
It's for everybody. It's for both. You feel good. She feel. These niggas out here eating this shit, and they're loving it because both y'all are just relaxing. So it's for both of them. This ain't no Blue Chew type shit. This is for both of y'all. Like both of y'all feel it.
Enjoy it. And guess what? And when she talks, bro, you barely hear anything she's saying. Oh, I said out loud. I gotta talk to our guys on a different chat over there. Y'all go over there.
Move the chat to his DMs. All right, so we're gonna go into the letters. Make sure you go ahead and email us at whatevershesays@gmail.com or send us over a DM. Which one do you want to hear about, baby? There's one about a boyfriend complaining and having issues with his girl that has ADHD symptoms, or a 29-year-old that is in a relationship for about a year, but they feel like they're sabotaging the relationship. Which one?
I do want to know why they sabotaging, but the other nigga, hey, what's up with him?
ADHD?
The ADHD, because the ADHD is interesting.
All right, let's go into it. So this one says, please help. I feel like the world's biggest asshole, but I'm struggling with dealing with my wife's ADHD symptoms, namely, mostly her memory. She forgets things really easily, especially things she needs to do or deadlines. For example, I asked if she could empty the dishwasher after I've cooked so I can clean up, and she'll say, yeah, then we're getting ready for bed, and I'll ask, and she forgot. This means I have to constantly remind her to do things I've asked her to do and try to watch what she's doing.
You married a nigga?
And try to watch what she's doing to catch her right before she starts doing something new to remind her to do the things that she needs to do. This means I manage all the chores, make sure all the bills get paid, plan the meals, do the shopping, and if I want any help with it, I have to ask her over and over again and hope it sticks long enough for her to do it. She goes to work, comes home, and plays video games until bedtime. I feel so wrong for being upset about this because I know we both have depression. She can't help that she forgets so easily. She just can't help it. And she can't help that most days all she wants to do is play games. But I feel so alone in managing the entire household. And sometimes I feel like I'm babysitting her to make sure she does basic tasks like change the sheets once in a while. I wanted a partner, but sometimes it feels like I have a child. I try not to let her know how much this bothers me because it's not her fault. But the frustration can just bubble over. Do you have any advice on how I can address my feelings to stop being upset about this?
Nigga, leave her ass. It's your fucking fault for grabbing a girl who got, like, I don't want to say she fucked up, but if you want to deal with this for the rest of your life, you married this. You saying I would deal with this for the rest of my life. I'm not going to buy a car and I know the sunroof don't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time I hit it and then I get pissed off that the sunroof don't work, but I bought it that day. They let me know that this. I'm sure you know that her ADHD, how bad you say it is. I'm sure you've been managing when y'all was dating. Probably the first day. That's probably what attracted you from her. She probably forgot her paper at school. You probably bought it to her ass. Hey, you forgot this. Like, oh, thank you. You always there for me. Here's my pussy. And now y'all fucking married. You know what I'm saying? She was like, this is the guy that was going to be there for me and pick up after me all my life. I need him. And she did her right thing. She did the right thing. She grabbed somebody that's going to help her. But are you willing to be the guy and her mate to make sure she's good and be able to watch out to her?
When people are married, I don't like to be like, walk away, because you married them, right? You made a commitment.
Yeah, you married her. You stuck, bro.
You married her. You made a commitment to this person. So I think now it's, what is your solution? So you say you both deal with depression and you deal with ADHD. I don't deal with depression. I deal with anxiety and I have ADHD. So I think that I can relate to the fact that, it's hard to deal with ADHD sometimes, and it's hard to deal with anxiety together, aka her depression. Can you help her find a therapist to start managing some of these things? Can she get on medication for ADHD? So I know that when I'm on certain medication at times, and I try not to abuse it because I actually am not a fan of medication, but there are times when I need it. right? And we know that their ADHD and some of these, it's a chemical imbalance that you have, right? You just can't help it if you're diagnosed correctly. Because I feel like ADHD gets thrown around there, anxiety just gets thrown around there nowadays.
Yeah, bipolar,
right? But if you legit if you legit have ADHD, if you really do have,
what he said, I think so.
No, and I get it because you have it as well, baby. Like we both deal with ADHD. Like you be like, I'll tell you to do something, and then something else clicks on your mind, and you go that way, right? Or something else comes here, and you go that way. You kind of forget what you were doing. It happens to me all the time. So it's
speak
like
for yourself. Push it, girl. She's motherfucking put me in.
This is my life.
You can't even
take the garbage out. 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 Right.
Close the cabinets. Close the cabinets. Close the cabinets. Close the cabinets.
And again, what I'm trying to tell you is we both deal with this, so we know what it's like and what it feels like.
Well,
so,
I ain't like that.
No, this is extreme. You're looking at an extreme, aspect of it. And I think also has to do with the depression. Her deflecting into coming home and only playing video games as part of the depression aspect of it. But what I will say is she needs help and she needs to want to do better. Like you didn't tell us in anywhere on here what she's doing to try to get better. You're just kind of like, I'm gonna do it for her.
Yeah.
So what is she doing?
You
for
hinder
herself?
her, bro.
Yeah. You're kind of, that's the exact word. You're hindering her. You're holding her back. It's like, yo, we need to work on this. If you have it that bad, which hers seems like it's a lot worse than Wax and I, then you might need medication for real. You might need to be on therapy 1 or twice a week for somebody to be helping you out. You might need to implement certain things in your life that'll help her get a little bit better. But I wouldn't say leave her. I would say exhaust every option that you have first. Now, if she chooses not to work on that, then I would say, of course you got to go. But make sure that she's at least trying.
Well, he kind of sit there and told her when he said, I do, I'm marrying you, your ADHD, your HDHD.
But that does not exclude you from wanting to get better.
No, of course not. But he can't leave.
He can leave if she chooses not to do things better and to work on getting better.
She was like this. Certain things you can't leave off of.
No.
Now, ADHD you can't leave off because you knew from the beginning.
But wait a minute.
Certain things.
Hold on. So that's like me telling you, I'm having panic attacks. I'm being anxious. What if I just shut down and say, fuck it, I'm anxious. That's it. And I stop going to therapy. And I stop.
I mean, we're going to have problems, but you're still mine at the end of the day.
You would not
put
stay
like this.
here.
Let me say it like this, young lady. If the sunroof right now messed up, I'm not going to leave you because that sunroof, I bought it, the sunroof messed up. I know that. But if the engine start messing up because of the sunroof, I think now is a problem.
But if it's because, no, wait a minute. If the engine, which I don't see how that would happen, but if the engine is getting messed up, more like if the leather seats are getting fucked up because of the sunroof, you still got to stay there because you knew that sunroof was fucked up.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But the engine can't get fucked up because of the sunroof. But what I'm trying to tell you is...
Say seats, baby. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what it is. But if something else is fucking up in the car...
Because of the sunroof...
Totally, ain't always got it. That's what I was trying to tell you before you cut me off. I was trying to bring it back around, but you're good for this. If the seats just start messing up, now I got something else. And now just because of sunroof, that's two things. Now I'm even, you know what I'm saying?
But you still can't.
Now I'm really on you. Now I'm really like not on you because now it's two things. And if I knew this other thing was going to happen, I would have bought the car in the first place.
But wait a minute. So now let me ask you that question because I understand.
Can't leave off of that sunroof.
Because I understand the sunroof and the engine. If I'm trying to play with your analogies. The sunroof really ain't gonna do nothing for the engine. The engine that's fucking up on its own later on.
Ain't nobody even said it was. I was trying to tell you that it's something totally different. Right. Is what I'm saying. So ain't got to be about the wrench.
All right, so let's bring it back to the seats. We know the sunroof's fucked up, so it's gonna be leaking, and the seats are gonna get fucked up or whatever. So if you buy something with the sunroof fucked up, we already know this. But once you bought it, you are able then to take it to a shop and be like, we can seal it here. Let's start fixing it, and let's put all things in place so the leaking doesn't fuck up the seats.
Where it was open up too much, to where when it rains, it fucks up everything.
Everything in a sunroof, however it's fucked up, cracked, falling apart, blah, 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 could be her ADHD being this bad. It can be managed. It can be fixed where it's not leaking anymore. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all need to put the effort into working.
So now listen what I'm saying. So again, you cannot leave for that. Give the effort and stuff. Now, if something in the engine start messing up, right? Nothing to do with now I can leave. And that's what I'm trying to tell him. Do not leave because you bought the sunroof like that. You know her ADHD, that cannot make you leave. But if something else start happening over here, the engine start messing up. You're like, man, ain't that sunroof fucked up?
But you don't
I'm out.
No, or you can say the engine started messed up. Let me take it to a mechanic. That's usually what happens when you got a car. Your engine's messing up.
Not when that sunroof already. When that sunroof still fucked up. Nope.
I don't think if we're talking about a relationship, marriages go through all kinds of ups and downs, and some things are gonna break down and gonna need to, take it to mechanic, and fix it a little bit, and it's like back to good, and it's back good.
You the one who just told the motherfucker to leave. I'm saying don't leave, and you can't leave. You said if they don't want to fix it, for them to leave. Absolutely. And I said, regardless of what.
If you have the mechanic that's willing to fix it and she's saying, no, I'm not going to fix it. If he's saying, yo, you got a leak, but I know where we can go fix it, a.k.a. a doctor, a.k.a.
Even if somebody can't fix it, you bought it with the roof messed up. What I'm telling you. That is all
fixed. And what I'm telling you is that ADHD and depression is manageable. It can be managed. So again, these issues, now we're leaving the car aside and coming back to them, ADHD and depression is manageable. You can manage. If she chooses not to manage it and just leave you dry and high on your own, then leave. That's the only way you leave. If she's choosing not to manage it, because those are things that are manageable. She's basically saying, fuck you, I'm not going to deal with it and I'm not going to fix it. And if somebody's saying, I'm fucked up and I'm not willing to fix it, then you shouldn't stay there.
So I don't know for something that if I know this window was messed up when I bought it, I can never leave it because I bought it like this.
You would never want me to.
I never would buy it. I'm never gonna go into something I need to be fixed. I'm not buying that car. I know that roof, that thing messed up. I'm not gonna sign the paper yet.
You just bought a woman. Well, you haven't signed the paper with ADHD and anxiety and chronic anxiety.
But if I don't feel like I can do it, I'm not gonna sign that paper.
Correct, but if we get married, right, and I have my panic attacks are getting worse, they've gotten recently, and I'm like, I'm not gonna call Dominique. I'm not gonna call Dominique, and I'm not gonna take no medication. Now we're married, and I'm having chronic panic attacks, and I'm shutting down, and I'm like, I'm just gonna sit in this room, and I'm not gonna take care of the baby because I'm having chronic anxiety.
Well, if you start seeing me doing certain things, like make sure somebody else come and take care of the baby and stuff like that. You can't be pissed off.
Right, but how long are you going to stay around if I'm like, I'm not going to deal with my anxiety, I'm just going to stay here crippled?
How can you leave somebody like that? You're really in a that's something you're going through. You know what I'm saying? That's evidently the mental came over you.
But I'm choosing.
I would think that mentally you gave up and we got to try to build it some type of way.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say to you. What if you're like, baby, I'm here to help you better, and I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want to get better. I'm going to sit right here. And I'm just going to say, I don't want to get better. I want to sit here in my misery. That's it. You don't want to be around that.
First time it rained, and that rain came in the car because the sunroof was there, you cannot get pissed off. I don't care how much it rained. You telling me it was drizzling.
Right now.
Beautiful face. Can you please, if any other man out here is going through, see that ADHD, something like that? I go through this all the time. I ain't leave your motherfucking ass. How about that?
Me too.
You cannot help or let me. I don't even want to fucking talk no more. I don't even want to say it. Like you cannot help cut me off. Anything I say is like, sure you would never even get. See, boom, again, boom, go ahead.
I'm just
I'm telling you, you can't even help it,
baby. I'm trying to explain.
Anybody else got it? If anybody else got this right here,
of course I got it. Of course I got it. They got girls.
What? But why do y'all do that? It's not fair. It's not. You'll never understand what I'm trying to say. You never let me finish. So how do you react off something you don't even know what I'm saying?
Because I'm trying.
That's what means communication. Remember we were talking about in the beginning of the show, miscommunication. And I was saying this is what she does. That's why no communication gets through. If it's double Dutch, if you're doing this right, this you.
Don't they do that?
It might go, you go. Might go, you go. You do this. Nah. Who's going to get anywhere? Or even if you do let it go, you'd be like this.
I'm just a complete fuck up.
It ain't about always being fuck up. If I'm telling you over and over again to slow down a little bit, I'm like, yo, easy, slow down. You going, ooh, look what we got. Look what we got, baby. You know what I'm saying? We flowing now, but when you doing this, you'll know when it just ain't all we on point. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear you. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go into our pass the word, but basically
Yes.
closing on this couple. I don't think you should leave unless she doesn't want any help.
Again, I don't think you can leave her when you know what you got. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you can leave where you know you're only saying, all right, I know this window is messed up. I'm only going to stay if it's drizzling. But when it's hell and there's thunderstorm outside, I cannot stay with you. And that's not cool. And regardless if you got a motherfucking thunderstorm or a drizzle, you knew that roof was fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You talk about, chronic pain is just a thunderstorm. You know what I'm saying? No. You knew that roof was fucked up. So whatever is on the outside, whatever's happening in our relationship, whatever it is, whatever storm, whatever it is, if I lead with this anxiety or this ADHD, you have to stay there. Whatever storm it is, you have to stay there because you knew this roof was fucked up. So fuck you. How about that?
Yeah, we can agree to this.
So if that analogy didn't help nobody, fuck you too. And the people that understood it, holla at your boy.
The people that agree with me, holla at your girl. All right, we're gonna go into our pass the word.
Yes.
This is a segment where we pick some. Usually, I at random choose a Bible verse, and we kind of like try to end things on the show. It not only helps me, I feel like it brings Wax and I together in certain things.
Amen.
With ourselves.
I believe a lot of my blessings come through the pastor words too. My weeks go by better. I'm like, wow, look at this, you know. And regardless of people think that the pastor is this and he does this and he does that, whatever. Don't look at the pastor. Just listen to the word that actually come out, and even close your eyes. You don't got to see the person. You don't got to know what type of person it is or whatever it is. If God be able to give a word through anybody, crackheads, anybody, somebody that you might just the alcoholic or somebody that you just might think is wrong, a good word could come from anybody. So, AKA Wax.
All right. So going today for Pass the Word, we have Proverbs 30, 18, and 19.
Wow. Amen.
It says, there are 3 things that amaze me. No, 4 things that I don't understand. How an eagle glides through the sky. How a snake slithers on a rock. How a ship navigates the ocean. And how a man loves a woman.
In Jesus' name. And also in the word, it says, lean onto your own understanding. That's not for us to understand. It's just showing the power of God. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we that's our problem. We always try to, dig too much into things when it's already there. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to know what certain things is. You got to just let God be. And a lot of us don't let God be God. And I allow God to be God. I'm not going to ingest this air until I figure out what exactly this air is. No, I'm going to breathe. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to thank God for it. I'm going to thank God for all the blessings that I see. I thank God for the birds that I see in the sky. I thank God for the trees that I see, the use of my limbs. Like, I don't understand this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that something actually go into the blood like hormones. You know what I'm saying? So, but God has his ways. As long as you meditate in the word day and night, don't try to lean to your own understanding. It's not for us to understand. Certain things is for us to be blind of so we can receive what we need to receive. It's all about the belief. If you're looking at it and trying to sit there understanding everything, you're trying to get some doubt because of the pro and con in it. You know what I'm saying? Is once you believe, that's the only way that we could be able to receive and receive the fullness of this whole thing because we believe in it. But you would never receive the fullness of it if you try to, I need to understand, or why is it like that? You always got questions, and why is it? You keep on whying God and watch what you get. Let God be God, understand God by reading and meditating his word day and night, like the words say, and God be the glory. God be the seas. Look at the ocean, be able to not, all that body of water stops at one time. How long do you really think you're gonna try to figure that out? I would love for you to try to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? You see the birds go in the sky. I'm like, why can't I fly? I got arms, I believe it's stronger than a bird. You see the bird wings is so thin and we can break it like this. Right. But God make them fly so high.
I think
why?
Us seeing that, it shows us again, we have no need. It's beyond human comprehension what God can do. It's not for us, like you said, to understand. It's for us to just believe and have faith. And we have to have faith on an airplane flying. Like, how does that happen? You know, they were able to figure out that science. The birds, like you said, like the bird's body is so heavy and those wings are so light. They're feathers. Those wings are literally feathers. We're looking at water that you put your finger right through. Yet a boat that's tons and tons and tons is heavy, floating with thousands of people. A cruise is floating. And I think the last one was like the way a man loves a woman. And
wow,
that part right there, it strikes with me because it's so hard sometimes to love another human being because we're human. God, you know, when everything happened and in the Bible and it shows through the stories, we're flawed. We have so many flaws and we still have to love another person. We're all sinners. We all make mistakes and we still find ways to love another person. Not perfectly, but we strive to. So it's, again, not for us to understand. And
the connection is not, the energy is not. You know what I'm saying? I tell you all the time, I can't control my feelings. You know what I'm saying? And I don't try to either. I can't control my feelings. If I don't like you, I don't like you. If I love you, I love you. I can't control the things that I love. You know what I mean? Some people look at some type of food and stuff that I might eat or go after, and they be like, ew, why would you do that? I'm like, damn, I enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do it. The energy, the whatever, the relatedness to it, or whatever the case may be, you know, I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the energy that God give us to be able to connect with the right person and be at the right time, is like my journey throughout my life and your journey without your life. Everything that we did literally put us in these two dots together to be able to see each other that day, at that time, at that second. How do we understand? How do we know that? Like, how do we try to figure that out? We cannot figure that out. It's like literally what you did that second years ago directly got you to that spot where me and you was able to see each other and talk that day that we talked. And I could have did something totally different one day. That one second that put me on a totally different path that I would never see you.
I could have missed my flight to Atlanta. I could have just not made it up that you could have not gotten your break. If Charlemagne that day in Atlanta didn't have to go pee, I would have never, you and I would have never anything. It just so happened that I had to go to the bathroom.
So God be the glory. You're not supposed to know nothing. Meditate his word day and night. Blindness is really a great thing. Being deaf sometimes is being a great thing. I die daily to God. I die daily of myself and all the things in my thoughts and the eyes that I actually see out of that. Y'all this worldly. I don't see these eyes that y'all see, regardless of what y'all might think it or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a wise man. That's why I know how to things what to say. But I'm blind right now. I'm deaf to a lot of things that y'all understand and do because I'm going off a different realm. I'm over here with God. A lot of things that I speak, it speaks of out of him. So when I do see myself out of character, I got to come back and believe me, I feel it. You know what I'm saying? So the more you meditate in the word day and night, the more you understand how God is and you'll go through it. You'll understand you want to go in his glory with him. You won't worry about why is that and why is that. You'll lose out. You'll lose out. You will lose out why that cake tastes so good. Eat the cake. Eat the cake. You know, and gotta make sure it's delicious enough for you to be able to eat it. You know what I'm saying?
I want you to listen to TD Jakes because he was talking about the story of Solomon when he went to meet his wife and he was on the way there to marry the woman, which he shouldn't have married. It was like from the Philistines or whatever. Whatever it was. And there was a lion that came out. He killed this lion with his bare hands. And when he left and came back, there was bees all over this lion and there was honey. So he's like, there were no maggots, there were no bugs, there were bees and honey. So he took this honey and he fed, I don't know who it was, honey.
In Jesus' name.
And he's giving them honey or whatever. And he was like, no one asked. He's like, who eats honey from a carcass? Is that what it's called? Like a dead animal. He's like, who would eat honey from a carcass? He's like, you want to eat or you want to wonder about where it came from? He's like, just take this food, give what I'm giving you. Take this sweet, take this honey, and don't worry about where it came from. I'm supposed to feed you. Take this food and don't question it. So sometimes I feel like as partners, I sent you a scripture earlier while I was looking for that one popped up, but I didn't want to use it. But it says, you know what, like you're partners and you're equal, you know, in God's eyes. You just have different roles, right? It was something along those lines. Like we are equal. Your wife is a gift. Your husband is a gift, and that God has given you in your life. And sometimes we have to blindly trust that person when it just seems like, where the fuck did this come from? Why the fuck are they saying this? It's trusting them equally. Sorry. It's trusting your partner and wherever it comes from. And sometimes we just have to trust God. No matter what we're seeing, it's like, man, that bird's flying. Well, let me go hold on to that bird because I know that bird can fly. But
yes, we never look at a bird on the ground, and as it's going up, we not like, oh, is it going? We know it's going to go up. We just know. I don't question it no more. If I sit there and look at every bird that's on the ground, wonder if it can fly, I'll be there all day. Who really got time for that? So get your eyes off what, and get your eyes on God. And where and what and why, and get your mind off that. It's all about glory. It's all about honor. You know what I'm saying? The God for just, you know, why don't you try it? Die daily like I do. You know what I'm saying? Like to ask God to be your eyes. Lord, please be my eyes. Lord, be my ears. Hear the things that you want me to hear today to be your glory. Lord, let me see the things out of my eyes for your glory. Let my heart, spill out the things that you want me to do for your glory. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, oh man, you start seeing your whole days and things. So when you see me probably not pay attention to certain things, I'm like, I'm trying to stay in this realm. I'm trying to stay in this realm. You know what I'm saying? So don't let nobody also get you off that either. You know what I'm saying? Try to stay in God's grace. And, once I talked to my guy, Zoe, this weekend. We was talking about the word, and he was telling me about, how it's fast for people to get us off our dean with God. And he's like, that's not God in you when you acting like that. That's not God in you. So I was like, why? Who can get me off my dean like this? And so we got to be like, everything is just a test. So when you see things coming at you, and in Psalms 91, it said to receive the reward of the wicked is supposed to be able to come slow to you. So we're supposed to be able to see it and identify it and be like, oh, not to react. That's a test. So do not let do not fail the test. So now you can be able to be in God glory at all time. And the more throughout the day you be in God glory, he'll bless you more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I was listening to B. Simone in a podcast, and she was saying that their last relationship, it's wild. She was manifesting a man. She found love. They're 11 months together. They're this one day, and they're house shopping, right? She's like, it's the most amazing relationship I've been in. And the day after they went house shopping, she found out something, and it was a non-negotiable of her. She didn't mention what it was, but he did something, and she found something out about him. And she said that same day she walked away from the relationship. And the guy's like, well, what do you mean? You didn't try to work on it? She's like, no, I walked away. She said, because God has been giving me this test time again and time again and time again and time again. She goes, until I pass this test, he will not move on to the next. Amen. So that struck me, because I'm like, man, God keeps giving me this test of sometimes allowing you to push a certain button with me, right? And then I react, right? I'm like, man, I have to stop. I'm not passing the test, and he keeps giving me this test. And he keeps giving me this test. He keeps giving, and I'm failing it until I pass it, and until I can walk away from it. I'm never going to go to the next stage. So I know that there's a lot of things that I have to work on myself, because I'm going to keep getting the same test.
Growth.
As long as I don't pass it. So
I heard growth from you earlier, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that you ingest, you do bring onto our relationship that you don't even know, that you don't even get it. And I'd be like, you'll say certain things about certain things. I ignore it because I'm not even in that realm. I'm not there. You might be like, oh, talking to me about something I'm just ignoring it because I'm not there. I don't care about that. My realm is here. And only certain things I'm be able to let come in and tolerate me. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear you say that earlier about like you just took certain things away from you, and I'm like, wow, look at growth. And for you to be able to say it out your mouth is like, wow, this is what growth looks like. So not only I know I'm growing daily and growing all the time, and I just know have certain things that I keep to myself, but to hear you say that is like, yo, wow. It's like putting water over a fire. So I appreciate that. Keep growing, man. Growing is it.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for being here for another episode of Whatever She Says. Don't forget to go to whoswax.com, order your gummies, get on the subscription or order them. Under whoswax.com soon will be all the information on the paintball and the airsoft facility. And elitepodcastsociety.com. It officially opens on the 21st, but if you're listening to the podcast, you can get in there beforehand because it's already up and going. So we'll see you guys next week, and we appreciate y'all.
Bless.
Goodbye.
What you talking about now? Talking about now?